Good morning, everyone at Guyana, and good evening, all at India. Respected authorities of IGNOU, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, respected PVC Madam Uma Kanjilal, and respected PVC Sir Dr. Shrikant Mohapatra, respected Director RSD Sir Dr. UC Pandey, Director International Division Professor Jitendra Kumar Srivastav, and Director COE Professor Subodh Keshirwani, respected Director Gol Guyana and Mrs. Swati Prabhu, Program Coordinators of MA Psychology at IGNOU Headquarters, Professor Swati Patra Madam and Dr. Samita Gupta, Academic Counselors of Psychology, Madam Nirupma Yadav and Dr. Ritu Sharma, and my dear students, Namaste and welcome to all of you to this induction meeting today. Dear students, we have gathered today to welcome you to the largest family of IGNOU, which has its presence not only in India, but abroad also. And you have been a part of this largest family of IGNOU students. You are most welcome. And I would like to begin with my gratitude to Gol Guyana that they gave us students, they enrolled their students in July 2021 session in 25 programs in total. More than 800 students have been provided academic counseling services by IGNOU since July 2021 session. And yours, this batch, it is second batch which we have got from Gol Guyana, and 172 students are there in MA Psychology program at present. So I welcome you all, and today we will be discussing about your MA Psychology program in details. We have our two program coordinators with us in this program. They will be giving you an overview of your MA Psychology program, and they will be discussing the applications of MA Psychology program in today's session. I hope you all have got the counseling schedule also, and you all might be aware that we will be starting your academic session from 2nd April 2022, and as per our present schedule and our present planning, we will be conducting your theory and practical sessions till 28th of August 2022. You might be aware that your session is January 2022, and MA Psychology is a program of annual nature. So you have still 9 months having with you in your hands for your academic counseling sessions, your practical sessions, preparing your assignments, and then finally appearing in the examinations of first year in December 22. Kindly mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. So, dear students, I was discussing with you that your MA Psychology program is of annual nature, and we have 1 year till December to complete your various academic activities, which include counseling sessions of your theory courses and conduct of your practical examinations. Our two faculty members are present today with us in this induction meeting, and they will be briefing you in complete details about these theory courses and your practical examinations. So how to prepare your assignments, how to conduct your practicals, then how to appear in your theory exams, and then how to appear in your practical examination. All these types of activities will be taken care of by us. And just one request is there from our side, that you have to be present in every session, whether it is theory counseling session or practical counseling session. Because you all know that psychology is a very emerging field throughout the world in present scenario. And each and every person on this globe needs a very good mental health. Whether it is or an old person, everyone, each and every person requires a good mental health and various types of psychological services. And this MA Psychology program has been very well designed by the experts in the field. Its theory courses, its practical components, and in second year, IGNOU has included internship as well as project also in addition to practicals. You will be undergoing internship of 240 hours, and you also will be doing a project report, project work. So this is a professionally designed program, and we have been very successfully running this program since July 2010 session. So you are going to learn a lot in this session about the overall picture of your MA Psychology program. Kindly be attentive and please do not skip today's induction meeting even for a single minute. There is no need to note down anything because we will be sharing the recording of this induction meeting with you all. Just one request is that please attend this meeting attentively and try to grasp the things which our experts are going to share with you. So with all these things, I wish you all the best, and it is a very great beginning with you all. And I once again welcome you to the largest family of our IGNOU learners. And I wish you all the best. God bless you all. And now taking the program further, I would like to very humbly request our Director RSD, Dr. UC Pandey sir, for his inaugural address. Respected Dr. Pandey sir.
Yes. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Ashok Sharma, Regional Director of IGNOU Regional Center, Delhi. My colleagues from School of Social Sciences and dear students. This induction meeting is a very important occasion actually in our system. Whenever we meet our students first time when they start their academic session, we hold something called, which we call induction meeting. And let me tell you, why do we need this kind of induction meeting? For most of you, I think this online education should be the first experience. You must have studied earlier in conventional systems of education, where you are taught through the classroom lecturing. You go every day to the campus where there is a well-defined schedule, and as per that schedule, your teacher teaches you the subject matter. But online education actually is a completely new paradigm. And therefore, once you have decided to study a master's level program through online mode, you must be very well aware about the intricacies of this system of education. You must know what is that the entire university setup has in offer for you, and what are your responsibilities as a student, and how you should go about your program. What are the learning materials available to you? You need to be very proactive in your studies. And therefore, university, of course, gives you everything, but there are certain responsibilities also in your part. And that's the reason why we hold this kind of induction meeting when we start the academic session of our students. And in that induction meeting, what we do is we invite all the senior officers of the university who have the responsibility to guide you. We invite those course planners who have designed your program, who have written your material, subject material, your course material. And we tell you about what is that we have in offer for you in this program. And therefore, as Dr. Sharma told just now, that you don't miss even a single minute of this meeting, because we have to tell you many important things, like Dr. Swati Patra, who is the overall program coordinator of this program. She is the one who has designed the entire program, and her colleague is also there. They have designed the entire program, and all the rules and regulations about this program she will tell you. But before that, I have very few things to share with you. I would like to tell you that this entire online system actually has many such things which you must know well in time, because sometimes what happens is that students unknowingly, sometimes they miss the important things which we have designed as a part of the program, and then it has many other repercussions. The first thing is that about the IGNOU, because you are now, as Dr. Sharma said, that we welcome you to this large family of IGNOU. He said, IGNOU, you must know about your university. What is that university is doing, and what kind of organizational structure it has, and who are the important officers of the university who have been given the responsibility to guide you. And for different kind of matters, different officers are there. I will quickly tell you about some of the important things. Let me start the beginning of this university. Indira Gandhi National Open University, in short we called it IGNOU, that is IGNOU. It was set up by an act of parliament in India, and that is why it is a central university in India. And in 1985, it came into existence. And initially, when the university was set up, then that time around 5,000 students took admission in two programs which we initially launched. That is, one of them was Diploma in Management, and another was PG Diploma in Distance Education. They were two different programs. And around 5,000 students, our journey started in 1987. In 1985, the Parliament Act came into being, and within 2 years, we started offering our programs. So that was the beginning, means with 5,000 students and few learner support centers across the country. But now, if you ask me what is the total enrollment strength of IGNOU, you will be surprised. You'll be surprised to know that we have more than 3 million students on our rolls. And these students are not only from India, but they are also from different countries across the world. And this is the first university of India which started its operation not only in India, but across the world. And that's why it has expanded like anything. From 5,000 students, almost 3 decades, it evolved into a gigantic system of almost more than 3 million students. And now it has remarkable international presence. Within India, we have around 1,900 learner support centers. We have 56 regional centers of university in different parts of the country. And we have 21 schools of studies. These schools of studies actually have the responsibility to design the programs. For instance, your program, that is this MA Psychology, is part of our School of Social Sciences. And the faculty which is there in this school of studies, they have the responsibility to design the programs. We have a very interesting feature. We identify experts not only from a single institution, but from different parts of the country. Means almost all the center of excellences, very big institutions, wherever we have the best faculty in India, we identify faculty from those institutions and we involve them in our program. We not only involve them in our program designing, but also involve them in the program delivery across the world. So that is a very interesting feature of this university. Means we have a course stream approach. Not only our faculty is involved, but the faculty from different educational institutions of the country, they are also identified, they are also involved. So what we give you through this program is the best from our India. So best from all the educational institutions of the country. And therefore, when you will go through our program, you will find that it is an extraordinary material which we will be giving you. And for this material, Commonwealth of Learning has given an award also to IGNOU. That is called Center Award of Excellence for Best Educational Materials. So because the kind of approach we have for developing these educational materials is a very unique approach. Now about the organizational setup, a little bit more about our organizational setup, let me tell you. This university is not localized at a specific location. We have our university headquarters at New Delhi, but we have regional centers across the country, 56 regional centers. And then we have memorandum of understanding signed with the different educational institutions and around 1900 learner support centers in collaboration with various educational institutions of the country we have. Similarly, we have presence overseas, and in around 20 different countries, we have partner institutions. So this is a very gigantic system where people from across the countries and across the educational institutions are involved. At the university headquarters, we have the offices of our Vice Chancellor, our Pro-Vice Chancellors, and the heads of divisions. They are the very important officers of our university, and their office is located at New Delhi. And at New Delhi, we have another very important thing that is called Electronic Media Production Center, from where we operate our TV channels, we operate our radio stations also. You will be happy to know that we have been running actually our own TV channels through which we give academic support to our students. And this TV channel and one of the radio station is also available through web. The regular webcast of this TV channel, Darshan we call it, and the Gyan, that is a radio station, is available online through our website. So you can access this TV channel through webcast in your country. And here I would like to also tell you that though you are running an online program, and we have designed a very special learning management system for you through which you can access our resources, but at the same time you should get into a habit of regularly seeing our website. It is a very comprehensive website. On our website we have a lot of such materials available online which you can directly access and make use of those materials. At the level of headquarters, as I was telling you that our senior officers work from our university headquarters, but there are few important divisions you must know. The first that division is called Student Registration Division. That division takes care of your registration details, keeping records of your registration details, and you can see the names and the email IDs of our important officers at Student Registration Division on our website. You can directly get in touch with them, or you can get in touch with them through our Regional Director, Dr. Ashok Sharma, because he is the main coordinating person for this program. So whenever you have any problem, you can communicate it to Dr. Sharma, and Dr. Sharma in turns will take up the matter with our Student Registration Division's officials, and in case of any issue regarding your registration, he will take care of this problem. But you must know that there is a separate division for student registration, and that is called SRD, that is Student Registration Division at our university headquarters. Another important division you must be aware about, that is called Student Evaluation Division. We have a separate division for evaluation related matters. And this is the division which holds the examinations, not only in India, but across the world, in different countries, wherever we have students. So we have the important officials of that division, their contact details and everything is there on our website. But whenever you have any issue with that center, with that part of the division, you can always contact Dr. Ashok Sharma, and he will take up on your behalf the matter with the officials of Student Evaluation Division, and he will take care of your problem. Similarly, there is another important division called International Division. This International Division is the one which is coordinating this Guyana project of which you are the part. So we have the director of that division. He will certainly join us, I think, but so far it seems he has not joined. His name is Professor Jitendra Srivastava, and you can directly get in touch with him whenever you want to. And or if you want, Dr. Ashok Sharma will coordinate between you and the officials of International Division. Similarly, another division is Regional Services Division, of which I am the part. I am Director, Regional Services Division, and you can always contact me directly or through Dr. Sharma anytime for any problem. Then we have a separate cell that is called Student Services Center, actually, which takes care of the students' problems of any kind, for any kind of grievance you have. You can directly get in touch with SSC, that is Student Services Center. As I told you, to get in touch with all of these divisions, you can always take a route through Dr. Sharma also. You can just communicate your problem to Dr. Sharma, because that's why university has appointed a nodal officer for this important project, so that you don't have to face any problem. Whenever you have any query related to any division of the university, just communicate it to Dr. Sharma, or you can communicate it to me also. I will write down my email ID here on the chat box, and we will take up the matter with concerned divisions and we'll get back to you. Now, about the university, there are certain important distinctions which the university has acquired. You must know, since it is your university now. And the first such thing is that Indira Gandhi National Open University is regarded as the center of excellence in the field of distance education. And this award was bestowed on us by Commonwealth of Learning in 1993. So this is a very important distinction which IGNOU has. And second is Award of Excellence. As I told you just a few minutes back, that university was given an Award of Excellence by Commonwealth of Learning in 1999 for developing the best quality of educational material. UNESCO has also declared IGNOU as the largest institution of higher education, higher learning in 2010. So that is also a distinction which your university has. We have been, at the same time, we have been running 24 hours non-stop educational channel, TV channel, which is available on direct-to-home platform. It is also available through the webcast on our website, so you can access it through webcast. Obviously, DTS platform or channel directly may not be available in your country, but through webcast you can access it. At the same time, IGNOU has also been awarded the highest grade in the university system in India. We have in India a regulatory body which is called National Assessment and Accreditation Council. This is, in short, we call it NAAC, and this body is a regulatory body which keeps a watch on the quality of university education in the country. And this body has given the highest award of excellence to IGNOU, we call that is A++, and that is something which we are very much proud of, and we would like to tell you that we will certainly, you will be also proud of your university, because it has been awarded the highest grading in the university system in India. We hold admissions twice a year, and we hold examinations also twice a year. And within 45 days after holding examinations, we declare results. So these are some things, few things which I wanted to share with you. As far as the learning resources are concerned, there are a range of learning resources which we have for you. You just keep a watch on our website. We have an online knowledge repository available for you. In short, we call it IGNOU. That is a knowledge repository of all the learning materials which we have created for you. You just log in to that repository. We have learning materials not only for MA Psychology, but for all the courses of IGNOU. You can have access to all the learning materials, all the audio visuals which we have developed. They are there on our online knowledge repository, that is IGNOU, and you can directly access to it. Being the IGNOU student, you will also need old question papers of MA Psychology. We have also, for the last 25 years, all the old question papers of examinations also we have uploaded on our website. Just have a watch on them. It will give you some kind of an idea about how we assess you and how our students are assessed with what kind of question papers. So there are old question papers. You will find them very useful. As I told you, apart from IGNOU, this is the TV channel and the radio, FM radio, which is available through webcast on our website. All the audio visuals are available there. So get into a habit of using them because they are very useful resources and we have made it available free of cost for you. So with these few words, now I request my colleague, Dr. Ashok Sharma, who is the main coordinating person for this program, as far as the delivery of the program is concerned, to take the proceedings further. Thank you, Dr. Ashok Sharma, and thank you all the students. If you have any question, I will be happy to respond to your question.
Thank you so much, sir. All our students, and we need your kind blessings and support so that we may be able to successfully and effectively conduct this teaching learning process. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your kind words and your inaugural. This program further, I would like to invite and request Professor Swati Patra Madam to kindly guide our students and share her views on an overview of this MA Psychology program. Professor Swati Patra Madam.
Thank you, Dr. Asu. Let me just take a moment to share my presentation. Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah, thank you. So all the dignitaries present here and dear students from Guyana, good morning and good evening to all of you. And welcome to all our Guyana learners to this Master of Arts in Psychology MAPC program of IGNOU. And I congratulate all of you for enrolling in this program. In fact, the enrollment during the COVID pandemic, if we see, we had July session, July 2020, and also in July 2021, the enrollment was 10,000 plus. Okay, why I'm telling this is that usually our enrollment, we had admission session in January as well as July, as Dr. Pandey was highlighting just before. So combinedly, usually we used to have per year around 10,000 to 12,000 students enrolling for our MAPC program. But during the COVID pandemic, in a single session, it crossed 10,000. So that shows the demand for the program and the kind of prospects the psychology programs have for helping our students in dealing with the various challenges related to the life and various other aspects of life. Okay. So during the COVID challenge, the enrollment has, it literally, I mean, it has gone very high. Okay. So because psychology as a subject, if we see, it has very promising future. Okay. And it has implications for all the aspects of our life, ranging from personal to professional. Okay. In like knowledge and training in the particular this field of psychology, it can help you in different entering into different professions. Of course, like it can be in the form of counseling psychologist. It can be in the form of school psychologist. It can be in the form of counselors in different areas related to different issues, for example, substance use or HIV/AIDS, or we have organizational psychologists, rehabilitation psychologists, clinical psychologists, and a number of fields will open up after one completes the Master of Arts in Psychology, Master's degree in Psychology program. Okay. Of course, for the clinical psychology and rehabilitation psychology, here in India, we have another degree after that one needs to do so that one can be called as clinical psychologist or rehabilitation psychologist. But completing master's degree in psychology, definitely it opens up various avenues for the student who has completed the program. Now, it also helps one in the personal aspect, in the personal development also. Okay. Because the knowledge that you'll be gaining from this program, the different courses that you'll be studying as part of the MAPC, MA Psychology program, that will definitely help you in improving one's own life, in improving one's social relationship, in improving, helping one in one's communication. Okay, so it has an implication on one's personal development aspect also. Okay, it can help in fact, we have different branches of psychology. Like we have sports psychology, it has implications for excelling in sports, enhancing one's performance in sports. We have child psychology, we have exercise psychology, there is also military psychology, aviation psychology, and various other branches of psychology are also coming up. Cognitive psychology is there, and there is also neuropsychology. Okay, neurocognitive psychology is also there. Okay. So the point here I want to highlight is that psychology has implications on almost all the aspects of our life. Okay. So that is why knowing about psychology, understanding psychology, learning about psychology definitely will have an implication from the professional point of view as well as from the personal enhancement point of view also. Okay, like we have media psychology, social psychology. Okay, and of course I'll be talking about clinical psychology, counseling psychology, and organizational psychology that we have as part of this MA Psychology program. Okay. So definitely psychology has a great scope because it touches all the aspects of our life, okay, be it at the career, job, or personal front or social front. But what I would like to emphasize here is that it also depends on how we approach the subject, how we learn the subject, how much time and effort that we put in learning this particular subject. Okay. Because ultimately, and I'm sure since all of you have taken admission into this program, all of you will be definitely putting in your best effort and putting in your time and plan out your schedule so that definitely you will do good, well in this particular program. Now, before I go into further details, I would just, I'll describe you about the particular program, the structure of the program, the various courses that we have in each year of this program, in the first year as well as second year, and the instructional system that is followed as part of this program, and also the evaluation procedure for this program. Now, before that, I would just like to highlight a little bit about the distance education system and IGNOU system, though the RST director, Dr. Pandey, has highlighted about this, but I think it will help you in recapitulating whatever he has said. Okay. So I hope it is coming in the slide full mode. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So now, as Dr. Pandey has emphasized, that IGNOU is the system where we have different schools of studies, 21 schools of studies. Like our school, where this psychology program is housed, it is called SOSS, that is School of Social Sciences. Similarly, we have different other schools. School of Education is there, School of Management is there, School of Health Sciences is there. Okay, so there are 21 different schools. Now, School of Social Sciences is one of these 21 schools, and where psychology program is located. Now, in this discipline of psychology, we have different programs. MA Psychology is one of the programs that we are offering. Along with that, we also have graduation psychology at the undergraduate level also. Also, we have PhD in psychology. That program is also running. And there is another program, it is called PG Diploma in Mental Health. So at present, these are the different programs that the discipline of psychology is offering. Okay. And we are 5 faculties in the discipline, myself, Professor Swati Patra, along with me, Dr. Smita Gupta. Both of us are the program coordinators of MA Psychology program. And then we have Professor Suhas Sidgovekar, Dr. Monica Misra, and Dr. Aswini Kumar. So in total, we are the 5 faculty in the discipline of psychology and offering these various programs and interacting with the learners. And of course, in future, we are planning to develop other programs also. Okay. Now, as I said, at present, we have MAPC and graduation level program that was launched in the year July 2010. Okay. So it is more than a decade now that our MA Psychology program and the undergraduate level psychology program has been on offer. PhD program, as I said, that started in July 2012, and PGDMH, that is the PG Diploma in Mental Health, that we offer to those who are who have completed their masters in psychology. Then they can go for this PG Diploma in Mental Health program. And also this particular program is open to various health professionals across the streams, like whether they have allopathy doctors or homeopathy doctors or yoga, naturopathy doctors. So across the medicine branches, this program is open to them also, those who are working in the health field. Okay. So that they have an idea, knowledge about the mental health field. So that was launched in July 2017. Okay. Now this BAG and BAPCH, these are the undergraduate level programs which had started earlier in July 2010, but then this was changed as per the guidelines of the government, and that was launched in 2019 and 2020 respectively. So this is in brief about the programs that we have. Now, coming to the system of IGNOU, this I'm just briefly highlighting so that you know, because now you are a part of our university enrolling in this particular program. So it is ideal that you know a little bit about how the ODL system, the open and distance learning system of IGNOU functions. Okay? Because the motto of our university is democratizing the higher education, because many times we have students who are not able to access the higher education. So teaching the unreached, that is the motto of the distance education system at IGNOU. And as part of that, it democratizes the higher education. It offers, opens the gate of higher education to those sections of the society who are not able to access due to variety of reasons. Okay. Along with this, the university, it offers need-based programs also. We have different variety of programs ranging from, like we have programs related to food and nutrition, we have programs related to geriatric medicine, and like we have programs related to HIV medicine, school leadership, disaster management. So a number of programs are there which are need-based programs. Okay. And along with this, while offering this variety of programs, IGNOU definitely looks into the quality aspect. Okay, so there's no compromise on that part. The students, those who enroll in these different programs of IGNOU, they have access to quality education. Okay, so quality is definitely looked into, and it is maintained at various levels of the development of a particular program. Okay. Now, Just to brief you about the kind of learners or the students we get into the distance education system of IGNOU, we have freshers, those who have completed their schooling, or those who have completed the graduation level and coming into the either undergraduate courses or master degree courses, or they may be working also, or any age group. We have in MA Psychology program students who are very seniors, those who are in their 70s or even 80s. I mean, they're 80 years old also. Okay, 70-year-old also. Okay. So they have, and also they have, they're working in different top positions in various government systems or private systems also. So they also take admission into this MA program, psychology program. And the reason being varied, like they want to get into jobs or careers, or sometimes they want to advance their career, or they want to just continue their education, or out of interest also to further their own knowledge and skills, also they get into this particular program. Okay, so we have varied kind of students who take admission into this program, and the courses that we have developed and the way we interact with them, definitely we look into their the needs arising out of these varied backgrounds of the students also. Okay. So the characteristics of the distance learners who take admission into our programs, as I said just now, they may be adults, they may be part-time students, they may be of a higher age group, they may have their own family and job, and side by side they are into this doing this particular program. So they have various duties and responsibilities, and sometimes there is a huge gap between the formal education they have taken and now getting into the distance education system. Okay. Sometimes they do not have any previous experience in distance learning. So that is why the kind of the induction program that is done for the students whenever they take admission into our IGNOU programs, that also helps them to understand the distance education system. Because unless you understand the distance education system, it might be difficult for you to understand how the programs are offered and what you need to do while you are in this process of completing your programs. So that is why it is very important to know about these things. Now, as I said, so IGNOU is having a national presence as well as international presence, and it is a mega university, as Dr. Pandey also has highlighted about the various awards that our university has received, including the NAC A++ accreditation. This is the highest accreditation given to the educational institutions. So definitely you are you have come to a university which has a brand, I can say. Okay. So as a student, like you have enrolled into this program, so what is your responsibility into this? Okay. Now you need to be an aware and responsible distance learner. Okay. Now, since you have entered into this kind of university, definitely it is a requirement that on your part, you also need to be an aware learner and also take responsibility for your learning. Okay. As Dr. Pandey also said, that there are various divisions in the university and each division has different objectives. Okay. So you need to be knowing whom to contact. Of course, as a nodal officer, Dr. Ashok Sharma from Regional Center Delhi 1, he is there. But one needs to be knowing about the various divisions, and also you need to be knowing about the MAPC, MA Psychology program in detail, so that you know how this your this 2 years journey will progress. Okay. That I'll be coming to now about the Master of Arts in Psychology, MAPC program. So now, as you must be knowing that this program, the eligibility is like usually we take graduation degree in any subject that is open to such students who can take admission in this program. And the duration of this program is minimum 2 years and maximum one can complete within a 4 years duration. Okay. And this is an annual system. So since you have taken admission in January 2022, so your first year exam, you will be eligible to give in December 2022. And the medium of instruction at present, we have it in English. And as I said earlier that it was launched, this program, initially it was started in July 2010. And the total credit of this program is 64, 32 credits in each year. So first year you have 32 credits and second year you have 32 credits. And there are a number of courses in this program that I'll come to shortly. So we have theory courses, we have three important courses in this program is practical, internship and project. These three courses that gives weightage to this program because psychology is such a field where you need to acquire skills. Okay, you need to be exposed to first-hand skills or first-hand information, okay, by going to the field, acquire knowledge from the field. So theory knowledge is that at the same time you need to acquire field-based knowledge, also lab-based knowledge. So practical, internship and project, these courses are very important part of our program. Now, as I said, this is 32 credits are there in each year. Now, what is the credit system in IGNOU? Okay. 1 credit is equivalent to 30 hours of study. So usually in MA program, we have 4 credit, 6 credit or 8 credit. We do not have any course 2 credit. So if it is a 4 credit course and 1 credit equivalents to 30 hours of study, so roughly you need to develop 120 study hours to complete a 4 credit course. Okay. So accordingly, we have counseling sessions and other sessions definitely, but your RC Delhi one has scheduled the counseling sessions. So you'll be attending those counseling sessions regularly to learn about the different aspects of the courses. Now the main features of MA Psychology program, if I'll highlight here, it is that it's a 2 years program. It offers you theory as well as practical exposure. And as I said, it has a lab-based, laboratory-based practical course. There are practical courses in first year as well as in second year. Okay. You have practical in the first year and also in the second year. This practical, it is conducted in the lab setup. Okay. In psychology, we have a specific laboratory where there are like psychological tests and experiments. So in the lab setup, the practical course is conducted. There are different practicals are conducted. And then you have field-based internship course. As I highlighted just a little while ago, the theory courses you will be learning, but then how to implement, how to apply those theoretical knowledge into the field. For that, we have field-based internship course where you will be going to like different fields related to the specialization that you'll be taking in your second year, and you will be carrying out different activities to gain experience, first experience in the field. So field-based internship course is another important feature of our MA Psychology program. Then we have research-based project course. Okay. We have project in your second year, and this is a research-based course. So there you have to acquire skills related to research. You will be doing a particular project, and while doing the project, you will be acquiring different skills related to how to do a research. Okay. Because at the master's level, research is a crucial component. Theory you will be learning, but at the same time, one needs to learn about how research is conducted. Okay. So in the second year, we have specializations. First year, you will be learning about the theory courses and one practical course. In the second year, you will be choosing one particular specialization. We have 3 specializations on offer as per your interest and as per the future field that you want to go into. You're taking up future jobs and careers. So accordingly, you can choose your specialization in the second year. Okay. And we have handbooks for each of our practical course, our internship course and project course. So this is also another highlight of the MA program, MA Psychology program, that you have theory courses. Along with that, for this practical, internship and project, we have specific handbooks that gives you detailed guidelines about how to go about each of these courses. Okay. And in theory courses, of course, you will be giving examination. But in practical, internship and project, we have viva voce. Okay. So whatever practical you have done, whatever internship activities you have completed or project dissertation you have completed, related to that, there will be viva voce by the external examiners. Okay. And in practical and internship, we have two components actually, internal component as well as external component. Okay, and students need to pass in each component. Okay, there is separate passing in these courses in the internal and external component of practical as well as internship. In project course, it has only external evaluation. Okay, so when you see all these features of the MA Psychology program, you can gather that it offers you comprehensive knowledge as well as training in the field of psychology. Okay. Because as it has been highlighted that psychology is a professional field. Okay. So that is why it is very important that one acquires proper knowledge, understanding, and receives comprehensive training through practical, through internship, through project, so that one is suitably equipped to later on to enter into different fields of psychology. Now coming to the course structure, let us see what is the first year. In the first year, what are the different courses that you will be studying? We have one. Yeah. So in your first year, we have 6 theory courses. You have MPC 001, MPC 002, MPC 003, 4, 5, and 6. These 6 courses are your theory courses. And each of these courses are of 4 credits. Okay. And then we have MPCL 007, that is Practicum in Experimental Psychology and Psychological Testing. So this is a practical course and it is lab based. In the laboratory setup, you will be learning about different practicals. Okay. Now MPC 1, that is Cognitive Psychology, Learning and Memory. I'll just give you a brief highlight about what all we cover in each of these, what all you look forward to learning in each of these courses. As the name indicates, you will be learning about learning, like how do we learn, what are the different factors that affect our learning. Memory, you will be learning about memory. Also, you'll be learning about intelligence, you will be learning about creativity, you will be learning about problem solving. Okay. All these cognitive factors, cognitive aspects, you will be learning in MPC 1 course. MPC 002, that is Lifespan Psychology, that will cover the different life stages. Okay. Starting from the infancy stages, preconception stage, infancy stage, childhood stage, adolescent stage, then adulthood, and then old age. So during this lifespan, at each of these stages, what are the characteristics? Like for example, adolescence. What are the characteristics of adolescence? What are the challenges they face? How they need to direct themselves? How they need to regulate their emotions during this transition phase? Okay. So all these aspects and how they need to deal with such challenges, all these things we will be learning in this particular course, that is Lifespan Psychology, which covers various stages of our life. In MPC 3, that will deal with personality. Here, you will be learning about the theories of personality, how our personality is influenced by different factors, how do we shape our personality, how we can improve upon our personality, and also you will be learning about assessment of personality. There are different factors that are there in our personality. So you'll be learning about those factors and how to assess those factors also. MPC 004, that is Advanced Social Psychology. So here you'll be learning about the various aspects that are covered under social psychology, that social relationship, effective communication, pro-social behavior. Okay. Like for example, why do we help? What are the situations in which individuals are likely to help others? Okay, there are various experiments also. Social psychology has different interesting experiments. If I can give you just one example here, we call it bystander apathy. That is like in which situation Like suppose there is a situation in public place. So to what extent individuals are likely to help a person who requires help when there are other people also present there. Okay. So there are various interesting experiments also you will learn in this pro-social behavior, altruism, all those things you will learn as part of advanced social psychology. Then MPC 5 and MPC 6, these cover research methods in psychology and statistics in psychology. As I have told you that in your second year you have a project course which deals with research. So this MPC 5 and MPC 6, this prepares you to do project in your second year, because this gives you ideas, knowledge about various research methods in psychology. How do we conduct research? What is the research design? How do we collect data? How do we analyze the data? Do you use different statistics in psychology? So all these things are covered here, and one is to learn these two courses so that in the second year you can start doing your project. Because if you do not learn about these two courses properly, you will have difficulty in doing project in your second year. So definitely you need to pay more attention to MPC 5 and MPC 6, research methods in psychology and statistics in psychology, so that this will help you in doing the project course in your second year. Now, in your MS second year, okay, you have, as I said, there are 3 specializations. One is clinical psychology. The second specialization that we offer is counseling psychology. And third one is industrial and organizational psychology. So you need to choose only one specialization out of this, either clinical or counseling or organizational psychology. Okay. So, and you have to, like when you go for re-registration for your second year, that time you need to choose the specialization that you want to take. Okay. Now, in each specialization, suppose you take clinical psychology, then we have in each specialization 3 theory courses: MPCE 011, MPCE 012, MPCE 013. These 3 are your theory courses related to clinical psychology. Okay. And related to your specialization clinical psychology, you will have practicum, that is practicum in clinical psychology, MPCE 014. Then internship, MPCE 015, and then project, that is MPCE 016. Now the credit that you can see here, each of these 3 theory courses, they have 4 credit each. Practicum, it is 6 credits. Internship, it is 8 credits. That is 8 credit. As I said, 1 credit equivalents to 30 hours of study. So 8 credit is your 240 hours. So you need to carry out internship activities equivalent to 240 hours. Okay. Now here, one thing is that in MPC project course, project is an optional course here. Your all the other courses are compulsory. For project, we have, it is an optional course. Either you can go for project, do research, that is MPCE 016, the course code, or you can go for MPCE 046, that is a theory course on applied positive psychology. Okay. So those who want to go for project, they can opt for MPCE 016 while they when you do your re-registration for your second year. Or if you want to, if you do not want to go for project, you want to do the theory course, you can go for MPCE 046, that is applied positive psychology. Okay. Now these are 6 credit course. If you project or the alternative theory course, these are 6 credit course. So similarly, so here in clinical psychology, you will be learning about psychopathology, psychodiagnostics, and psychotherapeutic methods. That is, these 3 theory courses, they will focus on the various kinds of clinical disorders. What are the clinical features they have? How do we diagnose them? What are the classification systems that we have for clinical disorders? And what are the various psychotherapeutic methods? Okay, the various psychotherapies that are there, okay, that can be used. So related to this, you will be doing your practical and also internship in the relevant setup, in a clinical setup. Okay. Now project also, if you are taking project in clinical psychology, your project topics should be related to the clinical psychology. Okay. Or if you do not want to go for project, you can always take up the alternative theory course, that is applied positive psychology. Now, the second specialization that is there that you can opt for is the counseling psychology. Okay. So here again, we have 3 theory courses related to counseling psychology, that is MPC 021, 022, 023. That is counseling psychology, assessment in counseling and guidance, and interventions in counseling. So these 3 theory courses, they will be focusing on the concept of counseling. What is counseling? What do we mean by counseling psychology? What are the different stages of counseling? What is the procedure of counseling that are followed? What are the theories of counseling? Okay. And then we also talk about the assessment part. How do we assess in counseling and guidance? The clients, those who have come for counseling and guidance, how do we assess them? Because assessment is a crucial part. Unless you assess them properly, you will not be able to provide appropriate intervention to them. So assessment is a crucial part here, because assessment will help you in designing and providing appropriate interventions to the clients. Okay. So again, here also MPC 024, practical is there, practicum in counseling psychology, and internship is MPC 025. Okay. Again, internship here, if you are taking up counseling psychology, your internship will be related to the field of counseling, and you need to do in the concerned organizations. Okay. Now, again here, if you want to go for project, you can opt for MPC 026, project in counseling, or if you want to go for the alternate course, theory course, that is applied positive psychology, you can go for that. So this particular aspect you need to do when you go for the re-registration of for the second year. Now, similarly, the third specialization that we have here, it is called industrial and organizational psychology. Here again, there are 3 theory courses: organizational behavior, human resource development, and organizational development. These 3 theory courses will focus on applying psychology in the field of organization. It focuses on the human resource, how to enhance the human resource, how to assess the human resource and implement various training programs to enhance their performance. Okay. Here also the practical will deal with the industrial and organizational psychology, and your internship MPC 035, it will deal with the organizational psychology. Here also, if you want to take up project, you can go for MPC 036, project in or industrial and organizational psychology, or else you can go for the theory course, alternate theory course, that is applied positive psychology. Now, so this is in brief about the courses that you have in your first year as well as in second year. Now, just to briefly tell you the resources that you have, multi-learning resources usually IGNOU offers. So these courses that you have self-learning materials we call in the form of print materials. Okay. Apart from this, the hard copy of the study materials, we also have the soft copy of the study materials through IGNOU course that Dr. Pandey was highlighting. This is available on the IGNOU website. And also we have the e-content app. Through mobile, one can access the soft copy of the course materials. In addition to this, our Electronic Media Production Center, they also prepare various audio-video programs. The faculty have prepared various audio-video programs with the help of the Media Production Center. And these audio-video programs, you can have access on the website. Now, here we also have a multi-instructional system, in the sense that we have counseling sessions that you will be having the counseling sessions from April 2nd till I think 28th of August, as Regional Director was saying. And then here in our study centers, usually we have face-to-face contact counseling sessions at the study centers. Apart from that, we have online sessions, and we also have Gyan Darshan, that is through counseling is offered through the television channel. Also, we have Gyan Vani, that is counseling is offered through radio, interactive radio. Okay. So IGNOU offers various methods, various ways in which the instruction is imparted. Okay, and here the academic counselor, they have a crucial role to play, and the role of academic counselor is they are your most important contact point. So they offer you content counseling, counseling on the various courses, and sometimes because as I said, as I've highlighted the characteristics of our distant students, they come from different backgrounds. So sometimes they need counseling also, guidance also. So that is why we call our academic counselors as academic counselors. They provide you content counseling. Also, they provide you personal counseling and guidance to meet the different challenges. Like as part of distance learning, you may have problem with time management, or you may face challenges with regard to motivating, keeping yourself motivated, or prioritizing things, or you might face a little bit stress and anxiety. Okay, so academic counselors, they have a dual role to play. They provide you counseling on the courses, as well as they can help you out whenever you have certain issues related to these psychological aspects also. Okay. So that is why we say that they provide you information, advice, they provide you content counseling, also they provide you personal counseling and guidance. And of course, all the faculty here in psychology discipline, we are always there, whatever help and support our students need. Okay. Also, apart from this content counseling and personal counseling provided by the academic counselors, they have a crucial role to play uh, in these four aspects. Okay. Assignments, they evaluate the assignments that you will be submitting and provide you feedback regarding your assignments so that you can improve on your assignments. Apart from this, as I said, in MA Psychology program, we have three important courses: practical, internship, and project. So in each of these courses also, academic counselors play a very important role. Okay. And just to highlight about the assignments, it is compulsory part of each theory course. The theory courses that you have in your first year as well as second year, you will have to do one assignment per theory course. And the assignment, it carries 30% weightage. And you need to complete your assignment and submit your assignment before you can appear for your examination in the concerned theory course. Okay. And assignments need to be submitted by the date given by the university. Okay. Now, to briefly highlight about the practical, internship, and project courses, because these three are important courses. And here, in fact, I would like to suggest to Dr. Sarma that the counseling sessions have been scheduled by the RC, but whenever the practical, internship, and project, or the alternate theory course as an alternative to project, whenever it is scheduled, it will be better if the concerned course coordinator from the discipline, they can take an initial orientation session related to practical, related to internship, and related to the project or the alternate theory course. Okay. So
Sure,
concerned
ma'am.
the course coordinator, can take an orientation session, so that will help the students to understand the particular course, and after that, the academic counselors, they can carry out with the scheduled counseling sessions. So
We
just
will
to,
organize it.
yeah, definitely. So just to briefly highlight about what is practical, that is there in your first year as well as second year. It is a compulsory course, and it is the sessions are conducted in the psychology lab at the study center, and it is compulsory to attend all practical sessions. Of course, for you, the Guyana students, all the online sessions that will be conducted by the RC, it is compulsory to attend all the sessions. And what do we do in practical sessions? We have different psychological tests and experiments. So as a student in doing this MA Psychology program, you need to know what are the different psychological tests, what are the experiments, and how these tests and experiments are conducted. What are the guidelines, what are the ethical procedures that need to be followed while we administer these tests, while we interpret such test scores. Okay. And at the end of these practical activities that you will be doing, you need to prepare a practical report and submit to for evaluation by the academic counselor. Now, regarding internship, this is also a compulsory course and it is of 8 credits. And this internship, it is there in your second year only. Practical is there in your first year as well as second year, but internship is in your second year only. And there are different activities specific to the specialization course that you have taken. Okay. And as I have emphasized in the beginning that there are handbooks for internship, handbooks for practical and handbooks for project. You need to go through each handbook because every information, detailed information is given there so that you have clarification how to go about these courses. Okay. And definitely your academic counselor will be involved here. And there are different activities that you need to do related to your specialization. These activities are detailed in your handbook. So you need to refer to your handbook and know what are the activities that you need to carry out if you have taken specific specializations. Okay. And accordingly, once you have completed all those activities, you have to prepare a report and then submit that report to your regional center for evaluation. Similarly, for your project, which is there in your second year, it is an optional course, as I have said. If you do not want to go for project, you can take a alternate theory course. Okay. But if you go for project, the procedure is that you have to take up a guide. Okay. And again, all the details on how to do the project, it is given in the handbook. Okay. And one needs to complete MPC 5 and MPC 6. That is, these courses are from first year, relates to your research methods and statistics in psychology. This I have highlighted earlier, that you need to complete these 2 courses in the first year so that you can take a project in your second year, because these 2 courses are required to carry out project. Okay. And again, the project topic that you will be taking, it is related to the specialization that you will be taking in your second year. Okay. And your synopsis needs to be approved. First, you will be preparing a synopsis, and then you will be preparing your dissertation or the project report. Okay. So more details we can have once, whenever when you go into your second year, and we can have an orientation session specifically for project, for internship, and for practical. Okay. So now coming to the evaluation, in IGNOU system, we have continuous evaluation as well as comprehensive evaluation. Your continuous evaluation consists of the assignment that you will be preparing for each of the theory courses, and the comprehensive evaluation, it consists of theory final examination and viva voce in your practical, internship, and project. Okay. So assignments you need to submit so that you can appear for your theory term and examination, that is theory final examination. Okay. And in your project, internship, and practical course, you will be having viva voce. Okay. Now, this is the breakup. You can see your practical, it consists of total 100 marks. Internal component as well as external evaluation is there, 50 marks each. Your internship, again, total is 100 marks. There is bifurcation, internal component as well as external component, 30 internal, 60 marks, and 40 is the external marks. So in each internal as well as external, you have to pass separately. Similarly, in project, that is 100 marks external. Here also again we have bifurcation, 70 and 30. 70 is your dissertation that you will be preparing, and 30 is the viva voce mark. Here also you will need to pass separately. Okay. So as you can see, all these things that we have, it all ensures the quality output. Okay. So that the students who complete these programs, they are thorough with the knowledge that is required in a psychology program, so that they are equipped to venture into the for the job market or career or the professional field. So at the end, I would like to highlight this is that as a distance learner of MA Psychology program, you can follow the SMART approach. Okay. Many of you must be knowing about the SMART approach, that we say that you need to plan out your study. Okay. And how do you plan out your study of these 2 years? You need to be specific. Your specific goals you need to have. The goals need to be measurable. Okay. That, okay, this is the like, okay, in the first week or in the 15 days, I'll be covering this particular unit or this particular portion of my study. And this, while planning your goal, it needs to be achievable also, keeping in mind all your other engagements, all your other responsibilities. You need to plan it such a way that it should be achievable. And of course, realistic goal. Okay. And the most important is that it should be time bound. Okay. So specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. If you prepare your goals in this way and plan out your study of this entire 2 years duration, then definitely I think all of you will be able to complete this program successfully. Okay. And as program coordinators and all the faculty of the discipline of psychology, we are always there to offer you any kind of help and support that you may require at any point of time during this 2 years journey of your MA Psychology program. So thank you and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You have shown us a very clear roadmap and path to all our students that how they are going to study in this 2 years MA Psychology program. And you have very well covered all the courses and all the components of both the years, first year as well as second year, theory courses, practicals, internship, and project. And I hope that the students have got a very clear and fair idea of this 2 years MA Psychology program of IGNOU. Now, may I humbly invite Dr. Samita Gupta to discuss her views and opinions on the applications of MA Psychology program with our learners of Goal Guyana. Madam Samita Gupta, please.
Thank you so much, sir. I once again welcome you all to this particular program, which is really very kind of enthusiastic, not only for you all, it is even for us all. You all have taken admissions in psychology, and with, I hope, with a particular thought that you might have posed, you might be having a thought that I might get into such field which can help you out towards your career, towards your progress. I will be discussing about certain applications, certain just a second, I'm just trying to share my screen. Do tell me whether my PPT is being shared or not. Is it visible? Is my PPT visible, please?
It's coming, it's coming.
Okay. Just a second.
Yeah, it is visible. You can carry on.
Is it on a slideshow mode, Swati, please?
Yes, yeah, you can carry on.
Okay. So, as just a brief introduction about what exactly is the subject matter of psychology. You all might be knowing something about psychology, and that is why you might have opted for this particular discipline. Well, this discipline is really very interesting. Very interesting because it is one of the field which tries to study the mind, the process of mind, and how it affects our behavior. So this is in fact a very interesting subject. And because I am from psychology, I love psychology. Now, what exactly is psychology? It is basically concerned about many aspects of individuals' mental and behavioral functioning. It deals with an individual's experience, behavior, and mental processes that carry on. Okay. Now that you have opted for MAPC, you might wonder what beyond do I get to work into after having a degree of MAPC. After having a after having a master's degree in psychology, you have much more broader scopes, and you have much more wider umbrella from which you can choose either of the field which may be more specific, which may be more skill oriented for you, or you might be more comfortable to that field. Now, basically, as it has been already discussed by Swati in the previous session, we do have 3 specializations in MA in psychology. They are clinical, counseling, and organizational psychology. which are very helpful in several settings. Okay. Apart from that, there are several other fields also which are now dealing with, or which are now placing psychologists in their field. For example, we do have a sports psychologist, at least in sports for our organizations. We have military psychologists. We have criminal psychologists. The criminal psychologists very actively take part to analyze the crime scene, to understand and interpret the behavior of criminals. And also do we have forensic psychologists, which also actively take part in analyzing, interpreting a murder scene or any crime scene on basis of many fingerprints, handwriting, and many things. So actually psychology is very interesting, and the fields of psychology is further interesting based on your interest, based on your interest, your skills, and your comfortability. Okay. So after earning a degree of master's in psychology, you can go to various practical fields, professional fields, as well as there is much scope in the field of teaching and research as well. Additionally, the degree also benefits a person to become more application oriented, and it also helps an individual to adjust to the life situations. There are many things that you come to know about after going through psychology, and it contributes towards making you a better person, a better citizen to live in. It helps you to adapt to environment. It helps you to manage stress. It helps you to manage anger, anxiety, many things. Because once you start reading, going through psychology, a better individual is developed only if we try to understand ourselves, other individuals, and the environment. So basically speaking, the major branches of specialization that MAPC provides are organizational psychology, clinical psychology, and counseling psychology. These three specializations have already been dealt by Professor Swati in details. The theory classes, the theory portion, and the practical and internship project portions have already been dealt by Professor Swati in the previous session. Now, very quickly, I'll try to make you understand that what kind of a field is this and what are the applications of this particular field of psychology. So let us discuss about clinical psychology first. Now, clinical psychology is primarily concerned with an individual's mental health. Okay. Now, the psychologists, after having a specific skill in the field of clinical psychology, are more concerned about analyzing, recognizing, identifying, and treating psychological problems, psychological issues like stress, anxiety, which are beyond extreme limits. These things are studied, analyzed, and interpreted by clinical psychologists. And that is why this field is very interesting, because it helps you to understand an individual's brain processes. The clinical psychology is used in the fields of hospitals, drug rehabilitation centers, NGOs, and many other settings. Now, let us discuss about few of the applications of clinical psychology. Now, you might have heard, or you might come to know about these particular fields where clinical psychology is applicable. That is, a person who has a specialization in clinical psychology can have a scope in these particular areas. First of all, biobehavioral responses are used to diagnose and treat cancer. Okay. Then testing and dissemination of psychological treatments for cancer patients are also one of the field where clinical psychology can be used significantly. Psychological and behavioral adaptation to chronic health problems can be done with the help of clinical psychology. The various effects of exercise on psychological and cognitive functions can help in development, in more reorganizing of the neural structures, your neurons, the brain structure. Okay. Now, relating to it is neuroplasticity, which helps in reorganization of the synaptic clusters, the neurons, which helps in healthy aging and helps in settling down the neurological disorders. Beyond that, It also has an application in the field of mindfulness and cognitive first aid. It also is used, can contribute towards the treatment of mood and personality disorders with the help of cognitive behavioral therapies. Okay, so this is how clinical psychology has several scopes in the particular fields, as can be seen. And there are other scopes of clinical psychology which might not have been limited to this particular screen, but it is beyond, and it is actually very interesting. The second specialization that IGNOU offers in the field of Masters in Psychology is counseling psychology. Now, who are the counselors? The counselors are those who have a specialization of counseling psychology. They have various roles towards solving mental health issues, family disputes, relationship issues, and isolation period was one of the time when the pandemic situation was beyond control throughout the world. People were said to be in isolation. They were all living in isolation. Many patients, many COVID patients were also isolating themselves. And it was the role of counseling psychologists, which was too much at that time, because they were just counseling patients and helping them out to lead to a normal pace of life. In a similar way, counselors or counseling psychologists also have a variety of roles in schools, workplaces, organizations. They also contribute towards solving family conflicts, stress management, and mental health units. They also work in NGOs, government initiatives. There are also community mental health programs, and they also contribute towards raising public awareness. So these are the basic roles of counseling psychologists. Now let us discuss about the applications of counseling psychology. I already discussed what the counseling psychologists are expected to do, and these are the fields where they significantly contribute. For example, they contribute very significantly in the field of schools and work adjustment places, where the teenagers, the students, the workers, many other aspects who need to be counseled, not for any mental health issue, but for living a better adjusted life, and for trying to maintain a balance between work and life. Now, counseling psychologists also have scope in making decisions towards career. They contribute towards career planning. They help towards school works, retirement transitions. They also help towards contribute towards solving out relationship difficulties. There are students many a times who do have learning deficits. So the counseling psychologists have a very good scope to help these learners to come to the pace of others. They also help in managing stress, in solving out organizational problems, that is, of the workers who are working in the organizations. They also help in dealing with physical disabilities. They contribute towards social adjustment, personal adjustment of individuals. They also help in developing an individual's social and self-identity. They also help towards better relationship amongst individuals, among family members, and also among the societies and the country. They also contribute towards counseling people who have any mental health issue as well. Okay, the third specialization that IGNOU offers is organizational psychology. Now, those who get a specialization in this field do have a scope in organizations, where they try to understand and contribute towards better development of organizational architecture. There is a term which you might know if you offer organizational psychology, in which the role of engineering has been intermixed with psychology, and individuals, workers are motivated with help of providing them a better infrastructure which caters needs of individuals, of the workers, as per their potentials. So they help, the organizational psychologist helps in better management, motivating employees, and they also help in resolving conflict issues. So these are the applications of organizational psychology, where an individual who opts for organizational psychology can easily be absorbed. In organization, they do contribute towards motivation. They also use psychometric tests. The test, as Professor Swati Patra already explained to you in the previous session, that we do have certain practicals which are compulsory to be attended. These practicals are nothing but psychometric tests, which helps you to get a hands-on experience, which helps you to understand, with the help of these tests, you can understand others, individuals' behavior, attitude, personality. So at MA level only, you start getting a hands-on experience of these psychometric tests, and these psychometric tests, which are universally adapted, are applicable throughout the universe, throughout the world, and they are well standardized ones, with the help of which the individual, whosoever is specialized in organizational psychology, can assess the personality, the attitude, and other behaviors of any employee. And apart from that, the organizational psychologists also contribute towards developing better leaders, towards helping them to get better strategies. They also work towards a better product design. How can the client's need be met with the minimum use of the organizational inputs? And apart from that, the organizational psychologist also tries to maintain the workplace diversity. Workplace diversity, where the individuals, employees nowadays are working in an organization which has employees from different nations. So in order to maintain a harmony among them, the workplace diversity is used to maintain a balance and harmony amongst everyone. And this is where the organizational psychologist can significantly contribute. Apart from that, they also help in providing a better performance of employees at workplace. Apart from that, there are few others particular streams which you might come to know while undergoing through MAPC. Like, for example, we will in the first year, you will come to know about the social psychology. What is the relevance of crowd? What is the difference between a mob and a crowd? So many other things that you might not even be knowing. You will come to know about them with the help of social psychology. And after having a specialization and further degrees in social psychology, you can again go beyond for academic purpose and research. Apart from that, you will also come to know about rehabilitation psychology, how to rehabilitate and all these things. And we do have a certain courses which deals with personality psychology. So these are a few of the courses which are dealt in the first year. So you come to know about them once you start studying. Now, beyond this, beyond the specialization that MAPC provides, there are certain other growing fields in the psychology which you can always opt after having the degree of this MAPC. The first thing, as you can see on the screen, the first field that has been mentioned over here is cognitive psychology. Now, cognitive psychology is beyond clinical psychology, where the specific brain processes are being emphasized upon, are being studied to influence an individual's behavior. Okay, we do have developmental psychology, which tries to analyze the development of individuals since their childhood till their old age. So if an individual has developed a particular kind of an attitude, personality or something, then in this field, with the help of this particular field, you can analyze why is a person behaving in a particular manner. Although the situation remains the same, how come all individuals behave differently? So this is how where the developmental psychology contributes to understand. And the third, which is very important, is assessment and testing in psychology, which is applicable in all the fields. So you do need to understand the assessment and testing in psychology, which is again a blooming field of psychology, and it is really upcoming field. As I mentioned, it helps the cognitive psychology helps the individual to know, to come together. It helps to understand how people perceive, learn, remember, and how they think about any kind of information. So cognition helps in acquiring, storing, transforming, and using of knowledge. And this is the scope where cognitive psychologists significantly contribute to. Developmental, I already mentioned that it helps in studying the psychomotor and cognitive aspects of individuals. So there is a scope. This is one of the blooming field of psychology again. It does have several applications like genetic and environmental influences can be studied, as I mentioned. We also come to know how come an individual belonging to a particular culture, there are different individuals, all of them have different level of memory. This is how we try to analyze. We also try to analyze in developmental psychology whether how children learn languages, how do they grow in their behavior, brain, work, and experiences. And assessment and test in psychology is very interesting because it helps in assessing an individual's behavior, it helps in diagnosing the symptoms, and it also helps in taking decisions towards better treatment. So see, as you can see over here, this is one of the testing example which tell the tests which tests the ability of individuals, helps in analyzing thinking, problem solving, adjustment, and several other abilities of an individual. There are also personality inventories which assess the personality of individual. They also contribute towards analyzing the attitude of an individual, the personality problems of individual. So personality inventories, which are psychometric tests again, which they also actively contribute towards studying an individual's personality. There are interest inventories, which are again very useful in analyzing the interest of individuals. They are used for career analysis as well. Then we do have some of the projective tests, which tries to analyze an individual's inner thoughts, inner beliefs, and what are the unstructured, what are the feelings that an individual is trying to hide, is having an inside but is unable to express. So there are projective tests which tries to analyze these. Beyond that, there is also a very good scope of research in psychology. Now, through the help of researchers in psychology, you gain a skill to develop theory. You come to know how to make research questions, how to analyze data, how to conduct review of literature. Then you are also empowered to analyze hypothesis testing and develop new theories, or study the theories which already have been proposed into. So these are the basic fields of psychology which are very relevant and they cannot be denied. And it is really great to know that you all have opted for such a interesting field. I think, Dr. Sharma, this is all from my side. Now the podium is on your hand, and I wish all of you a very best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And this presentation has given a very wide range of scope our students are going to have after studying this MS Psychology program from IGNOU. And I think that all are thrilled after knowing the applications of MS Psychology program. And while you were presenting, we got very encouraging remarks and comments from our learners. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, ma'am. And before proceeding further, I would like to invite our both academic counselors also one by one. We are having them in our today's induction meeting with us. So first, I would like to invite Madam Nirupma Yadav. She is assistant professor in Ramanujam College. So, ma'am, you are most welcome to please have a brief interaction with our colleagues and our learners. Madam Nirupma Yadav, please.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity, and good evening, respected dignitaries present here, and good morning to all my learners in Guyana. So I have been assigned to take counseling psychology, that is MAPC 1001. So ma'am and I mean both our respective professor has already explained them in very detail, and I'm grateful so that I don't have to work hard on the content as in like what is the basic on the background, but yes. I will be talking about the content that has been designed, and let me tell you, the content is very descriptive, and the notes are up to date. There are some research-based studies that is cited in your notes. So first of all, since I'm going to meet you all from the next week, I guess, yes. So for that, I would request you all to read your notes. So whatever notes is there, already it has been mentioned that it's on the website IGNOU for MAPC 1001 Cognitive Psychology. So please read that. Then only after you're reading, only you can have certain questions. So I don't think so you'll have doubt if you don't read. So it's very important that you read. And I would be also sharing some very basic books of psychology, like Introduction to Psychology by Robert A. Barron, and many other books. I'll be sharing that, the PDFs. And yes, so I'm looking forward to meet you all personally. I mean, next time we'll meet and then we'll discuss and take over the content. So yeah, so that is all what I wanted to share. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now I would like to request Dr. Ritu Sharma, ma'am, also to please have a brief introduction about yourself and please interact with our learners. Madam Dr. Ritu Sharma, please.
I heartily thank you, Ashok sir, Smita ma'am, and Swati ma'am. I've been associated with IGNOU for more than 6 years now into various panels, and it feels really great and wonderful initiative. I must congratulate the students and the faculty too. And this is a wonderful initiative to start with international students at Guyana. And I'm sure I will be able to take it forward as I've been doing in the past. I will be taking the sessions on the weekends as suggested by sir, most likely. And any doubts will be more than glad to clarify them. Psychology, if not anything, will improve you in your personal life. And that's where I think you all should start with. Once you are able to improve yourself and understand yourself, I think you are in a better position to work with others. I have been associated with Central University of Haryana and as a regular full-time faculty there. So we'll be glad to take this one forward. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. And now, as per our scheduled planning, I would like to next session. This is regarding the live interaction with our learners. And I would like to request all my resource persons of this induction meeting today that we now are going to interact with our learners and we are going to listen to their various queries and trying to resolve them. So please, dear students, if you have any queries now, you can raise your hand, and now I would like to invite you one by one. Then you can unmute your mic and then you can raise your query. Our team is fully prepared to interact with you and to resolve your academic queries at present if you have any. So kindly raise your hand. Latika, yes, you're most welcome. Kindly unmute yourself and ask your question. Miss Latika Samit. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, pleasant good morning to you, sir, and to my fellow colleagues. Hi, my name is Sweetlanda Smith. I'm now part of this program. My issue that I've been having is the getting access to the link on the IGNOU portal. So if I could get some guidance on that, I would be much appreciative of that.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Latika. Dear colleagues and dear students, we also have another colleague with us. He is a senior software engineer in our COE, IGNOU headquarters, Mr. Vinay Kumar Sharma. So, Mr. Vinay, can you kindly brief Ms. Latika about the issue of logging into the LMS portal? Just in brief, because dear students, we are going to have another separate session in details where a complete demonstration will be given to all of you regarding our LMS portal. So, Mr. Vinay, please unmute yourself and briefly you can reply to the students.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, all, and good evening from India. So basically, student portal is used for you to get information about your enrollment status, as well as the downloading the your ID card. As far as concern of the learning pedagogy, we are providing the LMS. You all have already received a mail from us regarding the LMS. You have to just log in on into that, and on that single portal you will get all the learning material as well as assignments, and all activity will be done through that. So let me, sir, do you have some time so that I can show you all? A few of you who has already logged into the LMS and has started the exploring the things. Sir, can I show?
Yeah, Mr. Vinay, but I request you to please be brief, because we will be having one dedicated.
No, I am not taking long, sir. Just 2 minutes. So hope my screen is visible. My screen is visible, sir?
Not yet. I think it is coming. Yeah, it is visible now.
So actually, this is the LMS portal. You have to just log into it, and where you will get all your contents, first year and second year both. So initially, we are giving you the first year content. You have to just go to the content page where you will get all the learning material, as well as all the announcement will be through this. Course level announcement will be made through your course page announcement. And if there are any global announcement is there, we will make through this MAPC miscellaneous. I also seen some of you has asked about the PPT. So we will provide the PPT here. We will upload the PPT induction program reply section. You all will get, you will all have the access of that. If any issue, you can just request us. So I think some of you have already accessing this. So they can also share their feedback regarding the LMS. So other can also access the same.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vinay.
You're welcome. So one student has asked, Mr. Sample has asked about the how to get access of LMS. As I said, I already sent a mail to all of you on your registered email ID, which was mentioned during the admission. So please check your mail, and the link is there. How you will get your access on that, it is already mentioned there. So please check your mail. Or I can also the LMS link is also shared in the chat box, so you can also see there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vinay. Now I would like to invite June Julian. Kindly unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good morning, everybody. And
good morning.
Thank you for the presentations. So my question is, well, first of all, a confirmation that we're doing 6 courses in this semester and 4 hours per week. So I was just wondering about the faculty to student encounter the hours, and I know emails were shared. If we would have the opportunity to interface with our faculty members during the week. And one last thing, I've been hearing about regional centers in Guyana. Would there be some sort of system for regional centers? For example, I am 70 miles away from the city. Is it one regional center? I'd like those clarifications. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Ma'am Swati Patra, ma'am, kindly reply.
Regarding the regional centers, I think the RC would be able to tell the availability of regional centers there at Guyana. Regarding the interaction session, as we have said, each theory course, it is of 4 credits. Okay. Now, accordingly, one needs to develop the credit system is that 1 credit equals to 30 hours of study, 30 study hours, right? So your 4 credit course will require 120 hours of study. Okay. Now that 120 hours, it includes your counseling sessions, the online counseling sessions the RC is organizing. Along with that, it will also include you yourself going through the study materials, right? So you need to also go through the study materials, read the course materials, and then you can prepare your assignments based on whatever the assignment questions have been given. You need to prepare the assignments, write it down. So all those it includes. Within that one, it is a tentative for that 120 hours one will require to complete a particular course. Okay. So you can, some students might require a little bit less or a little bit more. So that's not a problem. But on an average, 120 hours one student will require. This includes your counseling sessions. This includes you going through the course materials. This includes preparing your assignments and writing it down. So all this will be covered. Okay, so I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. And regarding regional center at Guyana, let me please clarify it that we are not going to establish a separate regional center there, but most of your academic or administrative matters will be resolved through your agency goal and through our international division at IGNOU headquarters, our RSD, and our regional center Delhi 1. So this is regional center Delhi 1, which has been assigned the responsibility to provide you all sorts of academic support, administrative support, and regarding LMS related support, as Mr. Vinay Kumar Sharma, he is so there is no need to establish any other regional center there for any type of purposes. Yes.
Dr. Sarma,
yes, ma'am.
In the chat box, there was one more question related to assignments, whether it is single or collective assignments need to be submitted. So just to clarify that you have to submit the assignments for each course. So prepare your assignments separately for each course. Do not combine it and club it. Okay. So for example, your first course, MPC 001, there will be one assignment for that. Your second course, MPC 002, there will be a separate assignment for that. You have to prepare a separate assignment booklet. Okay, so each assignment will be separate. And your assignment, it is to be handwritten. Okay. And there's one more question in the chat box related to project, that is in the second year. It needs to be typed, not handwritten. Okay, but as per the university system, assignments are handwritten. And the detailed guidelines regarding how to prepare assignments, it is given in your assignment booklet and also in the program guide, MA Psychology program guide. I hope you all must have got access to the, through the LMS, you will be getting access to the all these study materials, including the program guide and the handbooks.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Wendell Jeffrey, please. Mr. Jeffrey.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm excited about what we are going through here. A question I would like to ask, though, as it relates to the psychology and the compartmentalization into the 3 aspects, the cognitive, developmental, and the industrial. What are the, how does one, is there scope for one to access all 3? I mean, can you finish the one segment of it? Say you selected the cognitive. Can you come back and do some courses in the other 2 departmentalizations or the compartmentalizations? Can you get some extra credits for it if you're interested? How can one do that? how can one cover all three of the aspects of this Masters in Psychology course?
Ma'am, I think that his query is related to the specializations of second year.
Yeah. See, during your second year, you will need to take specialization. Okay. Now, if you are talking about cognitive psychology, developmental psychology, those papers are there in your first year. I hope your query relates to your specialization that is to be taken in the second year. If that is so, that you are talking about the specialization, as we have already emphasized that there are 3 specialization courses in the second year. So I think the RC has already informed you that you have to do re-registration for your second year, I think around September or October month. Okay. So during that time, when you go for re-registration, you need to choose only one specialization. Either you can go for clinical psychology, or you can choose counseling psychology, or you can choose industrial and organizational psychology. So the program offers you 3 options. You have to choose one option out of these 3, depending on your interest and also depending on which field you want to go for in your future. Right. So there is no cross this thing. If you're interested in doing clinical psychology, you cannot study counseling psychology. Right. Or if you are going for counseling psychology, you cannot opt for or do the courses related to clinical or organizational. So whatever specialization you will be choosing, related theory courses you have to take and related practical internship project you have to do. Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understood that. What I was asking though is if once I'm finished with the clinical psychology, if I like to understand the concepts of counseling psychology, does the university offer any avenue for me to do that?
See, at present, we do not have that. In fact, that query usually we also get from our learners in India here. Okay. But as per the program, one needs to do specialization in one particular field only. Okay. If one is interested to do specialization in another area, then one has to again take admission in the entire program, starting from the beginning. Okay. So I think that's not advisable. But yes, if you have if you have interest in another specialization, definitely you can go through the different study materials available or books related to that. Once you are part of the MA Psychology program and you are learning about the different courses, you can refer to other books also that definitely you will have idea and knowledge about that. And of course, like the faculty are here, you can interact, not a problem with regard to that. But as per procedure, one cannot go for 2 courses, 2 specializations.
Swati, just a query in
Thank you.
the chat box again. There's a query with reference to assignment, which you have already answered. The question says that will there be a collective or group work in the assignment? So that needs to be cleared that all assignments are individual based only. That is,
Correct.
each learner has to prepare their own assignment. And it is handwritten because it is your creative work, it is your handwritten original work, and it is your feelings and understanding that you come to know after going through the concept. Thank you.
Sir, I also like to add regarding the assignment here. Some students are asked where they have to submit the assignment. So assignment will be provided to you through the LMS. Once window will open, you have to upload your assignment on the LMS portal after scanning your handwritten work. And just you have to convert into the PDF, 1 or 2 or 3 as per the requirement will be specified in the assignment. Then you have to upload there. It will also evaluate through the online one. So all the assignment will be submitted through the online only, through LMS only. And we will also upload the assignment on the LMS. That assignment copy you have to use for writing your assignment only, not others. Am I right, sir?
Yeah, right. Thank you. And now I would like to invite one seconds long. Miss Andrea Bisram. Kindly unmute yourself and ask your question. Andrea Bishram, you are most welcome to ask your query.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
And good evening in India.
Good evening. Please ask your question.
Yes. You said that we will be having an assignment worth 30%, and we must submit it before we could write the exam. Is there a percentage we need to obtain before we go into the exam? And what will be the minimum percentage to have to pass a course? Like, what's the minimum we would need to obtain to pass the course? And is it only one assignment per course, or are we gonna have more? And just one maybe will be like the best one will be chosen or something like that. Okay, can you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, right. Andrea, it is, as I have said, that for each course, it will be one assignment. Okay. For example, in your first year, you have 6 theory courses. So per theory course, one assignment. So you have to prepare 6 assignments separately for each theory course in the first year. Now, one more thing, clarification here is that for practical, you do not have any assignment, right? Also, for your internship, there is no assignment. For project, there is no assignment. Okay. Assignment is there only for the theory courses. So first year, you will have 6 theory courses, so 6 separate assignments. And in your second year, 3 theory courses. So you will have 3 separate assignments, right? And one more thing that you asked is, pass percentage, that it is, since it is master's level course, the pass percentage is 40%. So in each course, including practical, internship or project, in each of the courses, one needs to secure 40%. So the overall grading also, the overall pass percentage is also that one needs to secure 40% minimum to successfully complete that particular course. Okay, so I hope that's clear now.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. And one more query, one more query. I would like to invite Mr. Avinash. Yeah, please ask your question. Unmute yourself and please ask your question. Mr. Avinash.
Yes, good morning and good evening, everyone. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, you are audible.
My
yes,
question,
please.
I would like. Okay, thank you. My question is, I would like a little bit of elaboration with regards to the submission of the assignment. Is it that it is compulsory to be handwritten, or can we type it out, for example, using Microsoft Word, type it out and submit it in the typed electronic format? And also, can we do our submissions remotely, for example, from home, from work? The reason why I ask this is because of the convenience of sometime we can be at home or at work and we can submit our assignments, as compared to having to go physically to the regional study center. That is all. Thank you.
Yeah, Swati ma'am, kindly guide the students about this component.
Yeah, so I think assignment needs to be submitted online. I think as RC has already clarified, there is no need for students that to go somewhere and submit the assignments. The LMS is provided to you, the student, all of you students, so you can submit your assignments online through the LMS, as the regional center has clarified. Now, regarding the assignment to be handwritten, there is a procedure that it is to be handwritten, because as already Smita has clarified, that assignment is your original work. You are going through your study materials, you are understanding whatever is given in your study materials, and then you are writing it in your own words. Okay. This also, one more point you can take a note of, that you have your study materials, assignment questions are from those study materials, right? So do not take the materials as it is. Do not copy from the materials as it is and write your answers for assignment, okay? Because that is not supposed to be. The objective here in providing you assignment is that it is part of your continuous assessment. So what is the goal here, objective here? That as you are going through your study materials, we want to ensure that whether you have understood whatever you are reading. Okay, so that is why you are continuously assessing yourself. So the objective, the purpose of assignment question are that you have understood the study materials and then you are able to write it in your own words. So that is why assignments need to be handwritten, because it needs to be original. Because in typed there is this thing that one can like take from different sources also. So that practice is discouraged. So to maintain the quality, to ensure the quality output from the students, it is emphasized that assignments need to be handwritten. So once you are thorough with your study materials, once you have gone through your courses, the study materials, then you will be able to be in a position to write down the answers, right? Once you are clear about whatever is there in your course, you have understood it properly, then naturally you will be able to write it in your own words. So that is the objective of assignment. So that is why it is emphasized that it needs to be handwritten.
Swati, I would like to add one point further.
Yes.
I would really like to say this to Avinash and others as well who are feeling that writing of assignment will be time consuming. No, it will be a way to help you out to manage time. You will come to know how to manage time management. It will give you, you can give some effort to several sources and then write an assignment which is collection of several works. So please go ahead with this, and understanding, managing, all these are parts of your course. So you have to do this. And at least for psychology, and being a psychology student, we need to give some effort and time to the subject. This is what I would like to say. Thank you.
Yeah, and also one more thing, why we emphasize on this to be handwritten. See, in the final exam, you have to be like writing it, like it should be handwritten only in the final exam. Final exam is not typed version, I suppose. Okay, Darcy can clarify on this. So, and also by writing in hand, like when you write it by hand, it also prepares you to prepare for your examination. Because when we read and when we write it also, that is reinforcing your learning, right? Because learning happens to different modalities. One is like you read, one is that you listen, one is that you write it down. So when you are engaging in all this kind of modalities, definitely your learning is going to be reinforced and your learning will be stronger and you will be able to do well in your final exam, right?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. And I hope that our team has very successfully and very satisfactorily replied all the queries of our students. Now, taking the program to its further final stages, I would like to invite and request Mrs. Swati Prabhu to kindly share her experiences and general concerns, if any. Madam Swati Prabhu, please.
Hello, good morning. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, please.
Sir, I think Latika Smith has a question, if I'm not wrong. If we can answer her question before I start talking on the things.
Yes, Latika, although your queries have been duly replied, but your hand is still raised. So do you have any other further query?
No, sir, my question was already answered in the messages. I noticed that it was already answered. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Mrs. Swati Prabhu, you can kindly proceed.
Just a minute, Dr. Sarma, there is another question regarding e-content app for mobile users. So you can answer that. If they can have...
Ma'am, regarding the e-content, our LMS is mobile friendly also. through a mobile browser, they can access our LMS, and the content can be accessed through the mobile also. But quizzes, assignment submission, I will recommend for the system to use for attempting the quizzes, self-assessment, assignments uploading, and all that. But regarding the learning concept, watching the video, recording lectures, everything can be possible through the mobile browser. So learner can browse through it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Mrs. Swati Prabhu, please.
Sir, one student is asking, he or she is worried about the handwriting, whether it will be understood or not. So, ma'am, please. Swati, ma'am, please.
See, definitely this is a scope to improve our own handwriting, right? That can always be one thing you can do is that you can take this ruled sheets. Okay, so that will help in case you feel that your handwriting it may not be understood by the evaluators. You can make use of instead of plain white sheets, you can make use of ruled lined sheets. Okay, so that way at least your lines will be straight, and then of course you need to put in a little bit more effort so that your handwriting is legible. Okay, and I'm sure all of you will do good in this program. Improve your handwriting also, do good in your theory courses and other courses also, right? Okay, thank you.
Swati ma'am, Swati Balgi ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Many students are asking about the correction in their personal details.
Yes, I will address on all of these now. I've read all the questions from the students. So,
thank you.
Good morning to all the gold scholars, and good evening to all the IGNOU representatives. Thank you, Mr. Ashok sir, for arranging this induction program well before the counseling session, because this was very much needed for all the students to know more about the structure of the program. And I'm really sorry, Ashok sir, for troubling you every now and then, but I think this trouble is going to be more and more and not less. And thank you, Mr. Umesh Chandra Pandey sir, for giving us so much information about the IGNOU as a university, be it with the number of divisions, A++ accreditation, number of students enrolled right from 1987, and also thank you for giving us the contact information for each division. Very much appreciated on sharing your email IDs to all the students in the chat box. And I think all the Guyana students are also very much overwhelmed and all ready to start the program, at least from the chat what I've seen. And thank you, Ms. Swati Patra ma'am, for giving us the overview of the MAPC program. And I'm sure the students are motivated when you said that there are students in this program who are enrolled and their age is like 70 plus. And I'm sure all the students would follow the smart approach that you had just explained in your PPT. I would like to thank Ms. Smita Gupta for giving us brief on subject matter of psychology, and especially when you said that what options the student can choose once they have a MAPC degree. I'm very happy that the most of the scholars have actively participated in this session, and they have, at least some of them have cleared out their queries regarding the program, be it with the registration, be it with the examination, as well as the handwritten assignments. And as Ashok Sarma sir said, that the LMS details has already been shared to the students today morning. And I'm sure some of the students have already logged in, and some might have some difficulties in logging in, which I can understand. So what we can do here is we can have a similar session probably next weekend, probably on the same time on Saturday, specifically for the students who are not able to log into the LMS. The links are already provided in the email, and I'm sure the username and password is also provided in the email. But still, if students have some doubts and clarification, we can have a Zoom session where Mr. Vinay would explain you guys deeply on how to log in, how to get into the assignment section, where you have to have a handwritten assignment, scan it in a PDF format, and then upload it. And as explained by the lecturers, it has to be a handwritten assignment. And I think this is what will help you guys to write your exam. Because I see some of the applicants asking here that they are not sure on the exam, how are the exams going to be. So let me explain you guys here that exam will be a center-based exam. And we as a Guyana have 10 region here, and goal is making sure to have 10 different centers, and we will give you guys an option to select the center which is nearby to you, so that you can come to that particular center and write your exam. And it will be a handwritten exam. And we will have goal as an option, will have two options with us, either to ask the applicant to scan and upload it in the portal, or we send the scanned copy to the university. So we are yet to take a decision on this specifically for the MAPC scholars, but we will update you guys well in advance, and we will give you guys an option to select the center. We'll try our best to have at least 15 centers so that you guys can select the most closest one to you. So I think this is what is about the exam, and the timing of the exam and the dates of the exam will be informed to you well in advance. And students, we have to think in a way that there is a time difference between India and Guyana. We cannot have exams late evening. The only option that is left for us to have an exam in the morning time, which can be our 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, which will be India time in the evening, because the IGNOU team will also be available that time to monitor on the students. So they will have to be there. So according to that, the timings would be usually on the morning 8 or 9. And I think as MAPC, it will be 2 hours or 3 hours exam. And I'm sure some will be multiple choice and some will be a descriptive answer, or it will be completely descriptive. This is a discussion I'm supposed to have with the university very soon. And soon will be updated to you guys. What else? I think, yes, any concern, any queries regarding the program, regarding the LMS portal, assignments, registration, re-registration, you can always contact me directly over the email. Or if you contact Mr. Sharma or the lecturers directly, make sure you keep me in CC so that I can follow up on the queries. And for the students who are asking of the name change or the name spelled wrongly in your ID card, please send me an email on this again, because whatever emails were sent to me so far is been forwarded to the university and they are taking action on it. But if there are some students whose the name is or the guardian name is not changed in the ID card, send me an email. I will forward it to the university, to Mr. Rupam sir, and I'll keep you in CC so that you guys are aware of the situation. And I think yes, I think I've covered most of the things. Thank you all for joining. I'm very happy that around 149 students had joined this induction program. I expected 170 out of 172, but I'm quite happy here. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Swati Prabhu, madam. Dear students, one particular request I would like to make here at this particular point of whenever you are sending any email to Madam Swati Prabhu or to our IGNOU University at New Delhi, India, kindly do not forget to mention your program and your enrollment number. These are two most basic parameters by the help of which we identify our students. If you are missing your program or if you are missing your enrollment number, then it will be very difficult for us to identify you. Because as our director RSD sir also told you that we are serving more than 3 million students. So it is very difficult for us just to identify any student without their program code or without their enrollment number. So whenever you are communicating with us, kindly do not forget to mention your program code MAPC, this is MAPC, and your enrollment number which has been allotted to you by the university. And dear students, please do not worry about anything. it is just the beginning of our 2 years long journey at your disposal. So please do not worry about anything. Most of your queries have been resolved by our team during this live interaction, and it will be a very continuous process throughout the first year and second year. We will be in touch with you, regularly in touch with you, and we will be resolving all your queries as and when you will be asking those queries to us. So please do not worry about anything. So I think
Ashok,
that, yes, ma'am, please.
One of the student is asking that as you explained in your talk that the first year would end by December or something. So they're asking if the program is going to start now in April, how are we managing with the academic schedule?
Ma'am, regarding this thing, we have already emailed the counseling schedule to each and every one of you. So everything has been well covered. We have sufficient time. There is no need to worry about anything. All the theory courses have been well covered in our counseling schedule. All the practicals will be duly conducted by us. The students will get sufficient time to write their assignments, and they will get sufficient time to prepare themselves for their term and examinations. It is just the end of March 22. And this first year is going to end by December 22. Of 9 months and 1 week. So no need to be so anxious. This is what we are going to teach them in our psychology program. First of all, they have to control their own anxiety, if I am not wrong.
Noted, sir. Noted.
They have to learn it. They have to be in comfort zone with us. They have to be in comfort zone with us. We are going to cover each and every aspect. We will be getting sufficient time to learn and to inculcate all the skills they are required to have with them after the or at the end of this 2 years program. So no need to worry about anything. They will be having sufficient knowledge. They will be having all the skills required to be a good professional in the field of psychology. So no need to worry and no need to be anxious about anything. This is just the beginning.
Okay.
Right.
So one of the students is asking, does it mean writing and scan or take photo and submit? Yes, you can write and scan, or you can take a picture if it's very clear, but make sure the picture format, you have to change it to PDF and then upload. Correct, Mr. Vinay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Swati Prabhu, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, we will be issuing such type of instructions at the right time.
Okay.
I think it is too early. I think it is too early to raise such type of queries about examinations and all other things. It is too early. We have just started out.
As you said, students are very anxious.
We have just started our academic journey.
Sir, I have a point.
Yes, Mr. Vinay. Yes, please.
Yeah, I just got a mail from some persistent service. May I know who is this? Is it available in the meeting? I think this is the wrong email ID which is mentioned in the mail, and he said that he is not able to access the LMS. Yeah, is there anyone?
Good morning, Mr. Kumar. Good morning, Mr. Kumar. Yes, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. So have you mentioned the same email ID during the admission?
Yes. Initially, there was a mix with my email. However, you mentioned in the LMS, but I'm unable to access the LMS.
That's why this email... yeah, actually, this is the common mistake.
This is the correct email address, but I'm now getting mails.
So this is your Gmail account email, persistent services 35@gmail.com. You have not mentioned your enrollment number.
Correct, sir.
So you have not mentioned, as said, the enrollment number and program
So
code
my
is the
previous
mandatory
my previous
for any
mails were
communication.
mixed.
So please send me
So I have-
your enrollment number first, then I will trace it out. Because through this email ID, we are not able to trace it.
Okay, sir.
It might be the possible you have mentioned the another email ID during the admission. So this is the common mistake.
My
I
initial
request all of the I request all of the students, please do not do the same mistake. Remember the email ID which is mentioned in the admission form. That is the only email ID which we are communicating with. So if you are sending through the another mail, we are unable to trace you out from that.
Vinay sir, I have a question here. So
Yes,
LMS login is from the email ID they used when they registered in the system, correct?
yes,
Not the
yes, the same email ID which is mentioned in the
not the
admission.
one that they gave specifically the Gmail IDs for the counseling sessions.
No, ma'am. That username is the same email ID which is mentioned in the admission form. This is related to the admission.
Okay, so I would like to clarify here for this particular applicant, the Prestige Services, his email ID was wrongly given initially while registering. So he had asked for the email change. So probably in the LMS, his email ID is the old one.
Okay. So through the proper channel, it should be come, because Swati ma'am, you have also maintained this record in your end, as well as we have to also maintain on the student portal and the LMS. So once the persisters will send us their old email ID, enrollment number and the program, we will make the necessary changes, and again we will send you the mail after the correcting your email ID.
Okay, sure, no problem. And Ashok sir, I have another request here.
Yes,
there
ma'am,
are
please.
there are few scholars in this program who, because of some of the religious belief, cannot attend the class on Saturday. So what can we do for this situation?
Ma'am, then they can get the benefit of our recordings.
Okay, because this is the question I had to specifically ask, because there is a list of students who cannot join the Saturday class, but though I have told them that they can go through the recordings, I just wanted your permission from your end.
Yes, no issue, madam, because we are already counseling sessions through the weekdays. We cannot organize the counseling sessions during the weekdays, and we are left only with the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays.
Yes, sir.
So if some students are not able to attend the counseling sessions on Saturdays, then they can watch our recordings. We will provide the recording links to all of them. So whosoever students can join, it is better. They are most welcome. And if because of some reasons, some students are not able to attend the live sessions, then they can go through the recordings.
Okay, sir.
But
Noted.
attendance 100% must.
Attendance is 100% must.
Yeah. Theory sessions we can accommodate, but practical sessions we cannot have any relaxation.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Okay, sir. Yes. Thank you, madam. Thank you. So, dear colleagues and dear students, we actually planned this session induction meeting to be ending at 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, but we have taken half an hour more than the scheduled time, and it shows the success of this induction meeting. The very lively interaction, the very vibrant group we are having with us today. So we are thankful to all of you. And before closing the session, I think that it will be better for all of us if we can have the closing remarks from our director, RSD sir. He is also attending this program continuously since the beginning. May I humbly request our director, RSD, Dr. UC Pandey sir, to kindly give his concluding remarks and his blessings, please. Sir, kindly unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sharma, for nicely coordinating this program. And I think a number of students interacted with the resource persons, and most of their queries have been resolved, except very few queries which are still unanswered. And I have noted them down, and I will get back to you, particularly the query made by Safia Umar and one more. And we will get back to you. And that query was specifically about the use of e-library. And I think we can send them a proper reply. And Vinay, Mr. Vinay, if you are still there, can you answer this query? Is there any provision of this e-library link on the learner, this LMS?
Mr. Vinay, unmute yourself, please.
Mr. Vinay, your voice is not clear. Hello?
Hello, I am audible, sir?
Yeah, now.
Sir, regarding the LMS, we are providing all the learning material related to the program, and all the learning activity related to the program will be provided through the LMS. As far as concern of the e-library, I am not sure whether we are, facilitating to the net, but related to the, IGNOU journal and some other e-content, we have the repository, but I don't think that is purely useful for
please check it out. Yeah, then
so we will discuss with the authority, and we will intimate through the.
Okay, fine. So please note it down and send a reply back to them. And then all these students who are still there, let me tell you that we have so many resources on our website. Our website is a very comprehensive website. There are so many resources. So keep a watch on our website and make use of all those resources which are there. Even the Facebook live sessions, whenever we conduct those video programs, they become part of our online repository. They are very useful. Even all the old recorded lectures are also there. So you can just see them, because I think you will find them very useful for your studies. And on behalf of Regional Services Division, I assure you that we will always be with you while your program is going on. And never hesitate to contact me. I have already written my email ID, though Dr. Sharma is the coordinating person. And whenever there is any query related to me, or if you want me to answer that question, you can directly send a query to me, and we will respond to that. Thank you very much for being with us. And it has been a very successful program. And thank you very much to Swati also for coordinating at the level of Guyana. And thank you very much. It has been a nice experience talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your kind blessings. And dear colleagues and dear students, now it is time for a formal vote of thanks. Although I don't have sufficient words to thank each one of you and each one of our resource persons, but still it is my duty to sincerely thank each one of my colleagues and dear students. So now this is time for a formal vote of thanks. I begin with my gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, respected PVC ma'am, Professor Uma Kanjilal, and Kant Mohapatra, sir, our Director RSD, sir, respected Dr. UC Pandey, sir. He is still with us since the beginning of this program, and we are thankful for his kind blessings. I International Division and Director COE for their continuous support, and my thanks also goes to respected Director Guyana and Madam Swati Prabhu Balgi for their support and giving us the students to take our university to your country as well, and our academic support services for the benefit of Guyanese learners and Guyanese population. Thank you so much. My thanks also goes to our program coordinators of psychology discipline, Madam Professor Swati Patra Madam and Dr. Samita Gupta Madam. By the help of their so wonderful PowerPoint presentation, they both have enlightened us and enriched our knowledge about the program and about its applications. So my thanks, my sincere thanks goes to our program coordinators of MAPC program. Thank you so much, madam. My thanks also goes to our academic counselors, Madam Nirupma Yadav and Dr. Ritu Sharma madam, and they will be in continuous touch with our students starting from 2nd April, and they will be taking the academic counseling sessions of their respective courses. And I would also be taking 2 courses of MAPC for these students. And last but not the least, my thanks, my sincere thanks goes to our dear students also who have taken so much, they have shown so much interest in this 2.5 hours long induction meeting, and they have raised their various queries, and our team has very successfully and very effectively and very satisfactorily replied most of their queries. And as our director RSD sir has just shared that some queries could and other factors, but we have duly noted them down, and we will be reverting back to the students with the replies. And my thanks also goes to my colleague Mr. Sonu, who has arranged all these things. He is sending the emails to our students, and he is coordinating with lots of different ends to successfully conduct this and these types of other meetings. So my thanks goes to each one of you, and my sincere thanks and my gratitude to my authorities as well as my colleagues, and my blessings to our students also. God bless you all. And this is the just the beginning of our academic journey, and we ensure you the best student support services, and we will be in continuous touch with you always, every time, 24 hours, 7 days a week. We are always at your disposal through emails and through various other means of communication. So my thanks to each one of you for kindly sparing your valuable time and being with us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you, dear students. Thanks to all and namaste.
Dr.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
I've been asked.
Thank you.
I've been asked to just share a vote of thanks on behalf of the students. My name is Wendell Jeffrey. I'm a pastor here in Guyana, and I would like to thank you. We had gotten we were getting the nerves, the jitters, because of the lateness of the start of this program. And I want to think that maybe the university was testing our psychological competence. And but we stuck with it. I must let you know that we are very enthused. We like the outlay of the program. We like the fact that just about every question we asked was answered. And like you're saying, it's only the beginning of the next 2 years where any other questions shall be answered appropriately. And so we want to thank you for that, what obtained today, and for the forecast that we will have our questions and queries all sufficiently answered. We want to thank you for the layout of the program and all the explanations that were given. We as students, particularly those from the GOLD program here in Guyana, are excited even as our country transitions to an oil economy. We understand the need for what it is we will be doing, and we already are beginning to see the applications of how our course of studies will benefit the Guyana, the Guyanese citizens and those who are coming to live and dwell here. Before I close, I want to thank the Guyana government for affording us this privilege to have a master's degree free of cost. And so again, thank you very much. Just for the record, I've been looking at the chat, and everything was going really, really well until you told us that we all have to handwrite our assignments. I guess we there's a meaning to that. But aside from that, I want to just thank you so much, and God bless you guys real good. And we long for what will happen, and the benefits that will come as a result of the time we will spend over the next 2 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jeffrey. And just a last minute information, as I told earlier also, that we will be meeting you all again very soon with our colleague Mr. Vinay Kumar Sharma. He is representing COE, and we will be organizing one particular session with you all on LMS portal, how you are going to use our LMS portal. So Mr. Vinay Kumar Sharma, he will be guiding you in sufficient details. So please do not worry about anything. University is here to take care of all your academic and administrative needs. We are all here. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, and wish you all the best, all the students here.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very
Bye.
informative. Bye. Bye. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Very informative session. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. God bless. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
Well,